Alright, today we are looking at the Carmyra. I hope I'm saying that right. C-A-R-M-Y-R-A. This is a chainsaw mill. Just got this in the mail today. We're going to look at unboxing it. I haven't taken anything out yet, but before I do that, I'm going to show you something else. That's a 24-inch one. And I have this old 36-inch one, which I got from the same company. And when I got it, there's a lot of write-ups about that, so maybe the review is taking you here or you're Googling that or something. There is a piece to this where the front of the chainsaw bar fits that usually it's going to pinch the chainsaw bar in there. And when I first got this, I was thinking, well, that's not too good for a reason. And I'll show you what I did. And some other people have done this. I drilled a hole in this piece and put a pin in there through the chainsaw bar to hold it in place. Instead of pinching the bar at the nose near the sprocket, which I was afraid it might actually do that. It might pinch the sprocket. So most chainsaw bars, especially the bigger ones, I think, most that I've encountered, have this hole at the front. And there's some debate about what is that hole, what's it there for. So the idea here is that you put this chainsaw in and you're going to pinch it from the back between those two, but you're going to get it up near the front where the design was, the original design was that you were going to pinch it as well. So what I did is I put that 1/4 inch screw in there and drilled that hole in there, 1/4 inch, and then when I tighten it up, it doesn't really pinch the bar so much as it pinches the head of this bolt. So it holds the bar in place from doing this or from doing this, which is a good thing. And then back here you got it pinched near the actual operation when you're going to be handling it and giving it gas and everything. So I decided to go with the 24, and I asked them, if you change your design, can you send me a 24-inch one? So I have not looked at this. Let's unpack it. The instructions already look different. There's some color photos, which is different. They've got a lot of numbers on it. There was complaints in the past about their instructions, so apparently this company was actually interested in improving their setup. So I'm going to try and follow these instructions, but I might cheat a little bit. I might take the old rig that I have set up and get it and do a little comparison with how I'm doing this. Well, look at that. New function. You can use the screw, item number 6, to fix the chain, chainsaw clamping bracket nose, and item number 20, so it can make the chainsaw firm. Interesting. Alright, got the packaging off. One thing I noticed, these numbers appear to be a lot deeper cut. They really show up a lot better in the dim light. I know the other one I had trouble in the field trying to see what it was, but at that time I actually would just take a measurement, try a sample cut before starting, and then readjust. It was a little bit of back and forth, but it wasn't bad. I think I like the idea of bending this out this way in case the chain comes loose. It's going to hit it's going to be a little more, it's not going to, just at the odd chance that there were something it would encounter. Are these clamps the same? I don't see a difference in a right and a left or anything, so check the number in here. So they say they're calling it number 4, and they're saying there's 2 of them. So, yep, on here. So this one facing that way, the hole behind it, clamp in front of it, U-bolt going this direction, and there's your cherry pie. She's done. Alright, so now we got to do some nuts and washers. It's gonna be these guys. There's some guys over there. That'll work. Alright, these guys get in there. That's something I noticed on the old setup. These nuts are something you're going to get at when you make adjustments. And the width, the depth and size of this matters. So it's got to get in between there. And it is a little bit of a tight fit, but it works. So you want the thin walled, you probably want the original tool that came with this inside your bucket of chainsaw stuff, just in case your Stihl or Husky or no-name brand spanner doesn't do the job. We'll have to play with this a little bit later, but that looks like finished product. It's in the picture. Got the hole on that side of it. So now I'm going to imagine this with this guy going through it. The other side I want. Nope. It's going to have to go like that. Yep. And that's going to face out. So it wants to be on that side. It's got to be. Pretty sure that's how it needs to go. Let's try it. Okay, we had part 1 finished in the booklet. We finished step 4 and 5 in the middle of the booklet. So now we're on step 6. We're going to attach the handle. These 2 runners. These play an important role too. This is really where you're going to get the speed square out eventually. To get this bracket on, it's got 2 holes. The outer holes are going to go in the grooves. So that's going to be the width of this whole thing. That does not really tell you what you need to do. You're going to slide these carriage bolts down in here. So we need this guy to go under here and up and through, and there we go. Yeah, that seemed a little wonky. It makes more sense now. Alright. Put one in here. Put one in here. Get that started. Like that. Okay. I'm going to try and zoom in. Maybe do something like this. Use a couple more washers, I guess. I don't know. I'm using too many. I don't know where I want the washers on here. I want them underneath this. If you're pinching 2 pieces of metal together, do you want them on the very top? I guess you do. And we're going to have to keep this a little bit loose because we're going to slide it down accordingly. And I think I can actually get it pretty far down there, but some other pieces are going to be in the way. So let's just get it finger tight for now. And then we're going to line it up later. And that's where the T-square comes in handy. Get a good square on that. A good square on that. it helps. I don't think it'll affect your cut. Put a couple carriage bolts in here, here. And we also gotta do something else here. Well, that's a little bit of a tight fit. This guy actually needs to come up a little bit. Yeah. So, I'm gonna loosen this a little bit. Let's see if I can narrow this down. Show you what I'm seeing. This space in between there. The way as you go up and down, if this goes down too far, it could potentially bind. Tighten this down a little more. Get everything close to finger tight and then back it off. Maybe a quarter. So these measurements are a little backwards. This rail is turned around. I think I said not to do that. See what I'm seeing here? I got measurements on this side, and then I've got them on this side. But I kind of want them on both sides, same side. So, I screwed up. Tension bracket, nose bracket, go back in place bracket. Grab this on the washer. No, washer in there. Yeah, it's not the smoothest operation, but it's not meant to be. Again, if you don't like struggling with things, you're in the wrong business. I like what I'm seeing here. Can you see what I'm seeing? I got an eyeball on the number system on this side and this side now. So they're facing the same way. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now we got to get this guy up here. I think I'm going to lower you down again. Let's bring it up to the 1 inch. Last carriage bolt. Boy, this thing shifted on me. Shifted a lot. We will straighten that up eventually. Let me get one side started. Where'd my washer go? I know she's around here somewhere. Let's start this nut on that bolt. And then I'll finish up here in just a sec. I like it. I like it. I like it. It gives it a lot more solid, squared. Crank that sucker down. That is a permanent adjustment. That is not something I will be changing in the future. I want those flush, that way the motor can get all the way in on the saw. And I bring it in that way. Through there, it'll fit. The dogs will be hitting up here somewhere. So we'll check that out here in a second. This bar, I'm going to put it through the back. And I guess I should be referencing the instructions, but yeah, it's just got a picture here that mentions that pole. Attach end bracket to thickness rails using carriage bolts. Yeah, see, this is supposed to pinch this guy, and I think I'm gonna like it right there, so this is going to be a permanent adjustment too. You know what I probably should have done? Put a little duct tape in there, give it a nice pinch. Make sure that screw head's not turning. Alright, there she goes. She's tightening down, pulling the metal together. So it is pinching it. It's going to be a bitch to get off if I ever have to get her off. So, the other thing on this is I got these wing nuts holding this guy in place. I think that's probably a better method. Looks like it's a pin that goes through and engages this instead of just pinching it in place. Yeah, I think that's a better method because you're going to have to eventually loosen it. You see how loose that is? This piece can go all the way out to the end. And to do that requires loosening this one more time. So that is a better design, the old design. Okay, I absolutely struggling with these bolts over here. Can you see that? These ones to pinch the bar up near the head. So I had to raise this piece up to about 5 inches to make this comfortable. Alright, now we can adjust this guy. So what I want to do is continue to use this length of saw. This is where the problem comes in. You want a different length of saw, you got to go and do all this adjustment stuff again, at least with this side. Yeah, it's starting to sag over here now because it's been rocked from me trying to maintenance it. What I think I want to do is drill that out a little bigger. So Carmyra, you know, kudos for trying, but I'm still going to modify it. I got a 1/4 inch bit. Might have to go a little wider.